Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. I'm at the 2021 Farm Progress Show. I'm here with Mitch Kaiser from Case IH. Mitch has a long history with the company and Steiger tractors, and we're going to talk about 25 years of QUATRAC. Mitch, it's good to visit with you and take a look at the new machine and the classics that's here.
Yeah, it's great to be here at the Farm Progress Show here in 2021. Get together again with people and see the customers in person, and we got a lot to talk about again this year. Naturally, QUATRAC's a big name in the marketplace. We started with the QUATRAC back in 1996 and set the industry on its ear with agronomic design with a 4-track tractor that's everybody's following and customers love. Behind me sits a 540 QUATRAC rated at 606 peak horsepower with a CVT transmission in it. So our CVX Drive transmission has a unique feature of split throttle design. So you can throw the throttles all the way forward and one backward, and what happens, that tractor act and operate on peak efficiency. By doing that, it's going to save you 24-25% fuel by operating in that design. And you can get down to 3 feet per minute to lay tile. You can pull scrapers with this tractor. It's an awesome tractor. You can get in the tractor, put your operators in it. You can set the transmission and forget it. And it puts more power to the ground by doing that. It takes all the operator air out of driving a QUATRAC tractor with Case IH. The other thing that's unique about the new tractors is also our new multifunction armrest and our new programmable multifunction handle. Everything, like 90% of everything you do is in our multifunction handle, so you can program buttons to do different features that years ago you had to pull levers, you had to move throttles and everything else. Once you set the speed, let's say you're going to do 7 miles an hour, maybe 10 with one of our new speed tillers, you can set that speed at 10 miles an hour. That CVX transmission is going to maintain 10 miles an hour, and if it has to, it'll go down to 1600 RPM, and right there it's going to save you a lot of fuel. If it needs more power, it's going to ramp up to 2200 RPM to give you full power when needed. Beautiful tractor, beautiful design. You got to come and try one sometime, and it's great to be able to talk to Big Tractor Power about this unique tractor.
Oh, we're all about Steiger, Big Tractor Power for sure. I notice you have a sign up here on the AFS AccuTurn that says "Ask us about one button push turns." What technology is coming out for that?
Yeah, great question, great question. So what's happened now, we have AccuTurn Pro in the tractor, so you set your field boundary around your field. Once you set your field boundary, you set your headland depending on the width of the implement, and then you also had headland management. So you set your AccuTurn Pro, and you set your headland management, which tells you if you one button push, you want to raise your implement, shut off the hydraulics if you're planning, and when you hit that one button push at the end of the field, your hydraulics are raised, the implement raised, the planter, the tractor will make the turn. You never have to touch the steering wheel or anything. The tractor go right in the next pass, and you get perfect headlands every time you do that. The other beauty thing was that when you're doing the turns, you can be focused on your monitors if you're planning and everything else. We've had one of our planner marketing managers, David Brenham, drive this tractor one day, and he was talking about all the planters. They made about 10 turns, and you didn't even notice it because he wasn't shifting, he wasn't doing the hydraulics, he wasn't pressing the guidance button. The tractor just kept turning each pass. So, and you also can do skip pass, so you can skip every other pass if you have a narrow implement and finish a whole field with about one button push. So that's the new technology that we're bringing with the new AFS Connect Steiger tractors.
It's already a nice tractor, and it sounds like it's getting even better.
Absolutely, yeah. We try to keep listening to customers every year what we can do to improve our Steigers, and we really appreciate all their information and input for sure.
Well, speaking of customers and development, if you have a minute, maybe we'll walk over and take a look at the classic that's sitting right here next to this one.
Absolutely, you bet.
So we can see this new AFS Connect 540 sitting here, and that's the latest and greatest technology for 2021, but we have the original 1996 QUATRAC here.
Right here.
So behind me here is a 1996 QUATRAC, which started an evolution in tractor design. There's 4 oscillating tracks all around the tractor. They oscillate up to 20 degrees. And what that does, I'll say the articulation joint in the middle, you have a track on the ground every time. This particular QUATRAC came from Victoria, Australia. The customer had 17,000 hours on it. We bought it back from the customer, restored it. It's pulling a 60-foot air seeder most of its life down in Australia. So this is original tracks, original tractor behind me. And you can see we restored it. And if you want to come and see it, we have it up at Fargo, North Dakota at our tractor plant there. And this tractor was a beautiful tractor. One of the things we talked about when this tractor came out, it was designed for a lot of agriculture, farm design, but right away it had put so much traction to the ground, a lot of our customers started using to pull scrapers and pans to do land leveling, to do earth moving and everything, so it created another whole industry in 4-track tractor design, not only with agriculture, but also with construction work, where you could keep the tractor narrow, you can hook a scraper, load it right up on the truck and go, you don't have to take duals off and everything, and you can still road them 25 mile an hour down the road. So nice, beautiful tractor, and you only put about 5 to 6 psi on the ground, enough that a lot of guys are planting behind QUADTRACs now and have noticed no difference in yield or population count from planting right behind the wide tracks.
I have to say, I've experienced the 5 psi of an STX 440. When they first came out, I was filming one and I dropped my camera climbing up in the cab, and I was gonna, film the inside of the cab, and I start looking in my pockets, I can't find it, I dropped it. It got ran over by that QUADTRAC, and I dug it out of the dirt and started filming the cab. It didn't do any damage to the camera.
That's an amazing story. Yep. That is amazing story.
I like QUADTRACs.
Yeah. We planted eggs one year down at a big farm show and everything, and showed how you could run over eggs, and then not crack the shell or anything too. So that's just the minimum amount of ground pressure you put on with tracks like this to get exact traction you need to pull the heaviest loads. So
that's quite a feat for a 60,000-pound tractor.
It is. So. It is. Yeah. So that is one great testimony on.
I'm glad to be able to give it, because it would have been a sad day of not getting that tractor filmed.
For sure.
And they're impressive. I mean, you have QUADTRACs in the Arctic Circle, you have QUADTRACs in Antarctica, so ends of the earth for these machines.
Yeah, if you come to the Farm Progress here in 2021 in the Case IH booth, you'll see them. We have in Algeria also, where they're doing oil exploration work, so they're on the sand dunes over there. And we got them in Alaska, wherever you can, like you say, to do oil exploration, because they don't tear up the tundra, and they so up there everybody wants to keep the tundra and the climate as perfect as possible, so they're an excellent tractor to work up there, even down to 50 below degree weather. So all around tractor all over the world. One year for the World Book Guinness Records, they had 50 QUADTRACs show up at one customer's farm in England, and they broke the World Book Guinness Records for having the most tractors in one field doing work at one time. So amazing tractors. Customers drove their tractors hundreds of miles just to show up for the event. So pretty amazing.
It is. Passionate customers for a good product.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, come and see us, Case IH booth at the 2021 Farm Progress Show here in Decatur, Illinois, and we'll be glad to talk to everybody.
Sounds good, and we'll look forward to seeing what's next for the Steiger and QUATRAC history.
Okay, you bet.
Thank you, Mitch.
Okay,
appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll just pull out here and take one more look at this classic QUATRAC. They always look good with that black hood and the Case IH name on the front, and then the Steiger nameplate on the grill. Thanks for checking out Big Tractor Power YouTube.